we can understand. So this pothole mechanism of flooding the road, a bypass road, and somebody like Raman Singh sitting on a rickety bike and going through it, we had to stabilize him and get him out of it. We did that successfully, and it took us about 20 days to do that. So I would say it is all teamwork. It is all teamwork and excellent cooperation, eyeball to eyeball contact on a daily basis, telling the patient that you have a problem, but we are here, we will do our best, was the secret to success. And we are happy to announce to you that this is the first case worldwide done. I mean, the second case you can say, but who's going to pay 1.5 crores and almost 1 crore of rupees every year, lifelong. Lifelong is what Dr. Naveen told you about that. We have completed the treatment. He is doing well. He is leaving for Jharkhand, waiting to go to Jharkhand. Next 2 days, so we scheduled the the press meeting just a couple of days before he leaves. And I'm very, very happy that we had a favorable outcome. And I think you should give this particular achievement by Virinchi Hospital and Department of Nephrology, which is a center of excellence, without any doubt. I'm proud to be part of it. I might be the head of the department, but I don't work like that. Our department works like a single unit, and we were successful only because of that. And the support by the administration. Sam Dawla is here and Satya Vedra, they are my friends. And so I can pick up the phone, just like Martha is here, Manikyam and Vani was there during our previous achievements. It's been an amazing experience, though very tiring, but we did what we had to do. It was our responsibility, and we are happy that now he's ready to go. You saw emotionally upset. It was tears of happiness, I suppose, of Tinku Singh. Not Tinku Singh, the wife, sorry. Tinku Singh you saw her from Jharkhand online. So I thank them for reposing their faith in Virinchi Hospital and Department of Nephrology. And I think I don't have to add anything more. This is this summary of what we have achieved, and we would like to use the press and the electronic media to spread the message that Hyderabad is one of the top cities and Virinchi is one of the top hospitals for kidney transplantation, whatever is the complicated nature of that. We specialize in doing what others can't do. So please spread the message. Don't lose faith. If you have kidney failure and you are refused transplant, as he was refused, he's gone to almost all the top institutes, but he came here and he's going back now with a working kidney, and he's a MBA. He's a IT consultant, and he works in Calcutta, and Calcutta did not give him enough confidence that they're going to do the transplant. Chandigarh he went, Delhi he went, and he had to come to Hyderabad Virinchi Hospital and have his treatment. So thank you one and all. Please spread the message. Thank you. If you have any questions directed at the patients, you can ask that. You have a mic, circulating mic. You want the patients to answer?
You to answer.
You want me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, we all know Dr. Naik. I should tell the patient that he is absolutely in safe hands with him. And we've known him for his research and the work that he's been doing on nephrology. Congratulations, doctor. But nevertheless, as an academic interest, I would like to ask you certain questions. What happens in case there is an acute rejection or a chronic rejection? There could be. Many patients who undergo transplants and do have these problems. Secondly, there are problems...
No, your question is very complicated, so I'll answer one at a time.
All right.
Okay, that ABMR is a common thing, acute antibody-mediated rejection. So that is a totally different protocol, and it can happen in any transplant.
Yes.
So if it happens, we have to treat it.
Okay, so there is no such scare about the treatment result.
Every transplant, except if there are similar twins who are similar. What do you call they come from the same ovum, so the similar twins. Monozygotic twins. Apart from that, all other transplants have a risk of rejection. So it's not, because it's a foreign body. So you can have two types of rejection. I mean, apart from the hyperacute rejection, which we won't discuss much, which happens right on the table, which can happen in hypersensitized patients, and it can happen even in ABO-incompatible transplants. So after that, we have what is called cellular rejection and humoral rejection. Humoral is through antibodies. Cellular is the cells, the lymphocytes are the attacking agent. So that is relatively easier to treat, the cellular rejection. But the antibody-mediated rejection is a little difficult. So when it comes, we have a protocol for that, and we treat it accordingly.
Doctor, you said there was, just one case, there was an innovation done for that ecubizumab. What was that innovation? I mean, the tablet itself is very expensive, which is beyond one's reach. So,
we have presently no access to eculizumab. One vial costs about 3.5 to 4 lakhs. And the UK patient, body weight wise, actually, you give it body weight wise, he would have needed probably 3 times the cost. And I don't think it is feasible. This is the new drug which people are using, where healthcare is universal, like NHS, so they can sustain it. But most of the time people discourage and say don't do ABO-incompatible transplant. We are also very strong proponents of swab transplant. Swab transplant, we did the country's first intercity, interstate swab transplant, and we are in the process of making it nationwide. So for us, ABO-incompatible transplant is probably the last resort. And we have one lined up now, another ABO-incompatible, which we'll be doing in about a couple of weeks. So we like to stick our neck out because we know we are capable of handling the problems. But ABO-incompatible transplant is being done, and Naveen said the results are equivalent. I would say the results are a little bit inferior to doing a regular transplant with a compatible, ABO-compatible transplant. But swab transplants, the results are almost as good as a normal transplant, and we have done the country's first intercity, interstate. There are certain centers, for example, there is a center in Calcutta, and there is a center in Ahmedabad, who are basically civil hospitals and government hospitals. They get a lot of patients, so they have a lot of patients, like they do innumerable transplant because they are free. And they do swab transplants in quite big numbers. We did the first, and then we were almost about to do the world's longest chain along with a foundation in Mumbai. But one of their patients died and the chain was broken. So you can have 7 pairs exchanging their kidneys. So we did the first one. Between these hospitals are not able to coordinate with other hospitals. So we were the first one to coordinate this, and interstate, intercity, first transplant we did swab. So swab would have been our first preference, but it is time consuming. We don't have a registry, and to be honest with you, Telangana has still not recognized the Human Organ Transplant Act, and swab transplantation amendment comes after that. Swab is now legally accepted. But ABO incompatible, we do ABO incompatible as a last resort, and we are experts at managing that also. But it should be there is a shortage of organs, there is a shortage, as Naveen said, only 6,000 to 8,000 transplants are done when we need about 2 lakh transplants. We actually numerically, because we are such a huge country, we are the 3rd highest transplant numbers in the world. USA is number 1, which is marginally, it's probably 15,000. And China is a question mark. We don't know how many transplants are done, but they claim that they're doing about 10,000 to 12,000. Some of them are prisoners waiting in the death row. So China is something that the whole world condemns because we don't know the numbers. But if we progress and add ABO incompatible transplant and swab transplant, we probably can become the second highest transplanting country in the world. Does that answer your question?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I think, some question there?
One group photo.
Is there a question? Any question for Raman Singh or his wife or his sister is online? Any other question? Before the group photo, are we finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll have a group photo. They want a group photo.